Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this one I want to go over just some tips that I have learned over the years about starting a new sketchbook. I was definitely one of those people who had that fear of starting a new sketchbook because I always wanted it to be like perfect. Like I wanted everything in there to be beautiful and amazing and awesome, and when it wasn't, I would get really frustrated and usually pretty much end up giving up on my sketchbooks. Obviously, I spent a lot of my time doing digital art the last couple of years, but one of my goals this year is to finish a sketchbook. So yeah. The first tip that I want to give you guys, if you're, worried about starting a new sketchbook, to start instead of starting on the very first page, start on the second page. So I know, that can sound a little like weird, I guess, but it really does make a difference because when you first open that sketchbook, you want that first page that people see or that you see to be, beautiful and awesome. And then that puts a lot of pressure on you, of course. So when you start with the second page, it kind of helps diminish that fear of whatever I put down on this page, it's going to be the first thing people see. So you can kind of either leave that first page blank throughout the whole sketchbook, or you can also come back to it later. Like it doesn't have to be the very first page that you work on. My second tip for you guys is to not put too much pressure on yourself. I know, especially with social media, there's a lot of different artists out there who, when they share their sketchbooks, they literally every page looks like a completed piece. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I think for artists who don't use their sketchbooks in that way, like you want to explore and experiment different things, that can be really intimidating and it can be really discouraging if your art isn't like that. So I think that is another thing to keep in mind, is just it's okay if your sketchbook doesn't have like an insanely amazing piece on every single page. I honestly think that it's better to experiment in your sketchbook and have it end up bad than to just draw the same things trying to make sure that they all look perfect all the time. Because I think if you step out of your comfort zone and try experimenting with things, I think in the long run you'll grow more as an artist. And that's actually kind of what I'm doing here. I really never draw animals very much, and so I'm trying to step out of my comfort zone. And honestly, I didn't love how this turned out. I liked the drawing before I colored it, and then when I started adding colors, I was like, oh, this was a mistake. And this is on the first page of the sketchbook. And that's just, how the cookie crumbles. So it's not the end of the world if, it doesn't look perfect or it doesn't look right all the time. Your sketchbook should be a place where you can experiment and feel safe in doing so. It doesn't have to be an amazing piece every single time. And my final tip for starting a new sketchbook is to plan out your first page. If you do want to create a, really nice piece, I really recommend, planning it out, even just doing like thumbnail sketches. And if you don't know, thumbnail sketches are just like really tiny versions that you can usually do just in like a couple of lines, just to get the idea down. So that way you start the piece knowing more about how it's going to look in the end, and hopefully whether or not you'll like it. I know it gives me a little bit more peace of mind if I do a couple of very quick thumbnail sketches, just so I don't go in like having no idea what to draw or just starting. And that's going to do it for this video. I hope you found these tips helpful. I hope that if you are starting a new sketchbook, don't be afraid. It's gonna be okay. I really hope that these tips help you and make things easier as you start on a new sketchbook. And thanks so much, guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to like and subscribe so you can get more content like this. And yeah, I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!